Welcome to Success Today. I am Bob Guiney, and I'm joined today by Phyllis Merrill, who's the owner and CEO of MBA Benefits Administrator. Now, you're bringing some major change into health insurance and into group insurance, and what was the driving force behind that for you?
Well, my passion is bringing savings to the client. I love working with these employers, and it's really, that's where I get the juice to keep going and to keep doing this, is helping them reduce their costs, because it goes right to the bottom line, as you know. And anytime you can build the economy of an employer, you're building the economy of the United States.
That's right.
And so I'm really passionate about that part of it.
And you've been in this industry for over 30 years. You have over 30 years experience, so you've probably seen all the nooks and crannies of this industry. Have you seen some reform? Have you seen some changes that are encouraging for you?
What we've taken on is some new methodologies for cost reductions. There have been a lot of reforms and changes, not all good.
Sure, yeah.
And not all positive for these employers.
Right.
But they're doing what they have to do, and it's been good for the most part. I think that when they see the program that we have, I've had employers almost do a little happy dance.
That's never a bad thing if they're dancing a jig, right?
That's right.
Now, when you started your company, let's talk about your mission statement. What was your vision when you decided, okay, I'm going off on my own, I'm starting this company? What was your vision for what you wanted to do?
To provide quality benefits and quality service to employers who do the partial self-funding programs, and to do the cost containment. And we actually developed a medical management company around that. And what we're doing now is the Open Solution. It's a new platform that we established in 2013. And it has three parts. So the first part is that we've opened the network. There are no network requirements in the plan at all.
Oh, wow, that's unique.
Big.
That's really big.
It's really big, and the employers love that, especially if they're in different parts of the country or you know, in different states. So we cross all those state lines with this, and these employees do not have to worry about where they're going.
Right.
Because there's no extra cost.
That's fantastic.
The second part is we have the medical management, which we have nurses and doctors. Mostly the nurses do the work to reach out to those employees who may have diseases on board or catastrophic events, and help them with their lives, help them be compliant with their medical plans, help them with resources. They may need help buying prescriptions, they may need programs, they may need just someone to talk to.
Sure.
And they've developed great relationships, and that, in the end, when you can get someone compliant to their medical plan, it really drives the cost down.
Right.
Anytime you don't have to pay for a hospitalization, you won.
Yeah.
And the third part is a very interesting and unique method of auditing and repricing the claims. And the clients that have been on this platform since we started in 2012, but my first results came in 2013, we're going down 25% in the first year in the medical spend.
Wow, that's big.
It's huge.
Yeah.
So the total medical plan, 25 points down.
Holy mackerel.
That's, if you've got a budget of $10 million, 2.5.
Right.
If it's only at $1 million, it's still 250,000 clams. That's a lot of dollars.
Man, I mean this very respectfully, but the Open Solution, it seems so much like a no-brainer. Why had no one ever done it before? I mean, I love that you've thought of this.
It hasn't been around.
Yeah.
I mean, the ability to do it hasn't been around, and we're cutting edge.
Very much so.
You know, not bleeding edge, but cutting edge. We've been doing it for a while now, and our clients are over the moon.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Yeah.
I can only imagine. Now, I know you have hundreds of success stories, but I'd love you to share one with me, if you wouldn't mind, of a client experience or a success story that really defines your vision and what you've been doing.
All right. So one that I can think of off the top of my head is a municipality. It's not huge, but it's a nice-sized municipality. And they came to us in 2005. 2004, they had a catastrophic year. Really bad. And their rate increase, as you know, that's what happens.
Always, yeah.
was 36%.
Holy smokes.
And, you know, a municipality cannot find that in their budget.
No.
It was tough. So they went looking. And the broker, we had other groups and clients with him, and he brought it to us. And we actually were able to bring them on at 0 rate increase that year. So we accomplished that, saved them 34% right there.
Right.
And over the years, and the reason they'd had that bad claim years, they had one gentleman who was a 5-organ transplant guy, one operation.
Wow.
And when he came on, they had just had that year, and he was very sick, very weak, and scared to death. And, you know, who wouldn't be?
Oh, I'd be terrified.
And one of the biggest stressors was he couldn't get his prescriptions. Nobody would talk to him. Nobody would work with him.
Yeah.
He didn't have the money. He hadn't been working, obviously. And so we helped him get on programs to pay for that prescription. He was in the hospital one time for 3 days that year and never since.
Oh, man.
You can believe that since then.
That's crazy.
And by the time we got to 2013, when they came on the Open Solution platform, they'd had a total of 20% rate increase from that 2005 year to the end of 2012. In 2013, when we brought them onto the Open Solutions platform, they realized just over 25% reduction.
Oh my gosh.
Can you imagine that?
That's fantastic.
I went up there to visit with them because they wanted to, talk about it. And this commissioner sitting across the table from me was so, it was just like almost crying.
Yeah.
Almost tears in his eyes, how grateful he was.
Just over the moon, I bet.
Because, municipalities have a hard time finding ways to pay increase. And especially if it all goes to the benefits.
Right.
And they have a $100 deductible plan, which we've helped them. We've never taken away benefits.
Yeah.
All those years.
Wow.
And so we haven't been artificially reducing or keeping the rates low.
Right. You haven't been jacking up the deductibles and things.
Giving it to the employees. We haven't been doing that.
Right.
So they do that in order to keep the good employees because they can't really pay them.
Right.
So he was so grateful to be able to continue with that trend, and I was so excited to do that with him.
That's amazing. I mean, you are really making some positive change. I love it.
Yeah.
Now, how would our viewers be able to find you and enlist your services? How would they do that?
Well, if they wanted to go to theopensolution.com, they can get a savings estimate from us. If they need to put a little information in there so that we can calculate that for them. And they can then read some more. There's a free report and a newsletter that they could sign up for if they want to learn more about it. Because it's a pretty complicated process. We're talking about technical things here.
Right. Yeah, I can imagine there's a little reading involved.
It takes a little bit of reading, and they can reach out to us.
That's wonderful. Well, Phyllis, I'm so happy for your success. Thank you so much for joining me here on Success Today, and I wish you all the very best.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Thanks again.